We're gonna go talk to Death. Is he playing hopscotch by himself? Dude, he's cheating. Hey, Death. Life, it isn't a wild stallion. Let's rock!
Hello, William. Thank you so much for having me, for your time, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be here, Gabby.
So one of my favorite scenes from the past film was when Bill and Ted gambled their life against the Reaper with board games. So I wanted to know, if you had to bet your life against the Reaper with a board game, which one would you choose?
I would probably play Scrabble with the Reaper because I'm not very good at Scrabble, but I'm pretty sure he's awful at it. I bet he can't spell his way out of a paper bag. And as bad as I am, I bet I could beat him.
All right, Scramble it is then. Cool. Not Twister.
No, not anymore. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Alex, Keanu. Thank you so much for having me. In this movie, Bill and Ted are about to give up music because they feel that they're not good enough. So I wanted to know, was there something that you really loved but gave up because you felt this way?
I didn't quite give it up, but chess.
You're so good at so he gets mad when I say this. He's very, very good at chess, but he doesn't like it when I say that. Tap dancing.
Tap dance, is that true?
Yeah, I did tap for like 9 years when I was a kid, but I gave it up because I wanted to be great at it and I wasn't.
Hi girls, thank you so much for having me. Thank you for your time. So in the movie, we see your characters traveling through time to find out if they belong with Bill and Ted. So I wanted to ask you, what's the craziest thing that you have done for love?
Oh gosh. When I was living in San Francisco and my boyfriend, who's now my husband, was living down in Los Angeles, I mean, I feel like I would just, like there was a couple times, I was not a good employee because I would just be like, oh, like at like 11 o'clock at night, I'd be like, I think I'm getting sick, and get in my car and drive all night. Be like, hi, I'm here. Like, I don't think he knew I was coming. And there was a very clear sign, like, I probably need to move down here.
Well, I don't know. I think anytime you just put yourself out there, it's pretty crazy. Like, I'm available and I like you. That feels pretty wild to me.
I also have his whole body tattooed on the back of my body.
Oh,
but that seems normal.
Crazy. That's so we all do that, Aaron. Sure.
Oh, dude, we better write that song now. Or why can't we just go to the future when we have written it and take it from ourselves? Except, won't that be stealing? Cheers!
And I was wondering, if you had the chance to see the moment of your death in the future, would you do it?
Wow. I guess I would. That would be fascinating. It would take all of the fear away. I mean, if part of what's frightening is that you don't know. It's what you don't know that scares you.
Yes,
you know?
the uncertainty.
It's the uncertainty. So when is it going to happen? So when? I guess if I knew. I guess if you could see it, if you could see exactly, then you'd say, okay, well, I shouldn't waste today, should I? You know,
Exactly.
I think I should go fishing. And I think I should play with the grandkids today, you know?
So guys, is there any situation in the past where you would have liked to have the guidance or the help from your future selves?
Yeah, I mean, I've been asked that question before, and I think, you know, and it's a question that I think we all think about at some point. And I don't know. I mean, it's such a big question, but for me, I've been answering it with just, there have been times in my youth where I got into harm's way, and maybe not in such a positive manner. So maybe my older self could just give my younger self some advice before the harm came.
The only thing I know about my younger self is I would not have taken advice from my older self.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I would love to go back and talk to myself just in general, just to say, like, just chill out a little. Like, don't
Relax.
just relax. It's all going to be okay. Don't have so much anxiety. But I say that and I still have anxiety today. So I don't know, like, what good that would do.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to go back and say, like, stop waiting. If there's something you want to do or get, go get it. Like, there's no time like today. It doesn't, just because you get older doesn't mean the things that you think you're gonna get when you get older come to you. You know, you have to put the work in and go get them. And then always just wear more sunscreen.
That's cool. I'll take your advice as well for myself.
We're putting together a most extraordinary band. Hey, you want to be in our band?
Oh, this is ja fantastisch.
So I really need to ask you this. How did you feel to be back on set after all these years with your character? I mean, the moment you saw yourself with the makeup again, how was that feeling for you, those emotions?
It felt a little bit like meeting an old friend, to look in the mirror and see the Reaper. I kept taking pictures of myself in the mirror because I was
Selfies.
like, wow, yeah, exactly. It had been a long time, and I was pretty sure I could get the character back. I could, you know, I watched the first two movies again to remind myself, and I was right. It did. It sort of once all the elements were there, and on the accent and the character and the boots and the makeup and so on, the character just came out of the box. It just he just blew up and filled up the room.
He was still inside of you all the time.
Yeah, he'd always been there. It was like I'd never, you know, I finally let him out to play.
Okay, and one last question. We see a lot of famous musicians from the past on this movie. So if you had the chance to attend a concert from any musician from the past or band, which one would it be?
You know, it's like the anything question. I don't know. What are Alex? You might know this. What are the muses? Like the original, like the Rome, the Greek. Wasn't there like the core of the muses?
And even further back, right? Like to go back to like things that were coming out of the Middle East and you know, China.
Yeah.
And you know, the real origins of that's what, you know, we have Ling Lun, not to give it away, we have Ling Lun in the film, and like this idea of like where certain ideas of music came from. I'd love to get into that.
I mean, I would have loved to go to a Janis Joplin. I mean, to see like that kind, like that energy live would be pretty incredible. You know, some of those like early, like the Monterey Pop or like those kind of big music festivals with all that energy, that would have been pretty intense.
Yeah, and for me, I don't know. I mean, I actually think this person might still do the occasional tour or show, but I would love to see Dolly Parton. That's like a bucket list thing. I don't know if she's still doing it, but that's sort of a bucket list thing on my mind.
Oh my God. Oh, I think I would like to have seen Joe Cocker with Mad Dogs and Englishmen play at the Fillmore East. The theater's gone, the band is gone, Joe Cocker's gone, and I missed it.
Nice.
But I love the album, and I listen to the album, you know, over and over. It just makes me happy to hear all of those songs, and it would be really, really fun to have been in that audience that night. I think that would have been a thrill.
Thank you so much, William.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Party on, dudes.